Hey YouTube, it's Chris Bergstrom from BushidoPhoto.com, and today I'm going to show you how to use grid spots and also this mini Fresnel lens. Alright, so today I'm using the Godox AD600. It's 600 watt second strobe by the company Godox, and I'm going to swap out these grids. I have everything from a 50 all the way down to, I believe it's a 10-degree grid spot. I'm going to show you what the difference looks like, and let me show you what it looks like up on the strobe. So if you see here, I've got the 7-inch reflector, and this currently has the 20-degree grid spot in it, which is going to create a tunnel of light, and it's going to be very focused on my subject. I'm going to show you how to get some cool shots, shoot from different angles, and create different looks. The stand I'm using is a 13-foot made by Impact, but believe it or not, this is the exact same light stand that Paul C. Buff sells. It's just rebranded for the Impact company. And I'll be shooting with the Fujifilm X-T2. I'll start out with the 23mm f1.4, and then I'm going to switch out to a Helios 44-42, which is a 58mm lens. So check this out. Alright, so I'm going to shoot with the 10-degree, then I'm going to go to the 20-degree, then the 40, 50, and 60 degrees. Then I'll change out to the Fresnel. We'll see what we can get here. So right now, I'm shooting with the strobe aimed directly at the subject, and it's going to create a nice vignette that occurs naturally. So let's see what this looks like. Can you pose? 3, 2, 1. Alright, so another thing I always try to tell people is when they're using a grid spot is to move 180, 360 degrees around the subject. Obviously I'm working with a wall, so if I come over here onto the side, it's going to give a totally different effect. Make sure your face is that way. We'll go up to the 20-degree grid spot and see how this looks. Alright, so here we are with the 20-degree grid. You can see it's spread the light out just a little bit, and in the end, if you move it closer or further away, it's going to make the circle smaller or bigger. I'm about 7-8 feet away from the subject, so let's take a couple shots with this setup. check it out. After using the 20, let's go up to the 40 degrees. All right, so here we are with the 40-degree grid, and it's going to significantly spread the light out so I can sit back further and get more of a wide vignette. This might be cool for some like album artwork or something like that. I'm actually going to take it from a side shot. All right, so let's switch it out, and we'll now go to the 50 degree. And as you can see, these grids, the actual honeycomb inside, it gets bigger and bigger the wider the degrees are. So this one was the 40. Switching out to the 50. Let me show you guys this. So when you're putting a grid in, a lot of times they have these little metal springs down here, and they also have this tab. I always put the spring in first, and then I put the tab inside of the reflector, and that helps with getting the reflector, the grid spot in and out of the 7-inch reflector a little bit easier. If you do it the other way, sometimes they get a little stuck, and then you got to push them out to the bottom. Check my framing. All right, so this one's definitely getting a lot wider, and because it's not focusing the light down as much, you see right there, little hot for my taste, so I'm actually going to dial the exposure down just about 2/3 of a stop. And 3, 2, 1, and that looks perfect. So now again, I'm going to move around 360 degrees from my subject, or actually 180 since she's against the wall. Don't look so sad. All right, look away from the camera. And look down. Alright, so this lens is about like a 35mm equivalent on a full frame camera, being that it's the 23mm. Super sharp lens. Fujifilm really did a good thing with this lens. And I like the wideness that it gets. It's not super wide to where it starts to distort your subject. but you can easily get a full-length shot with some environment in the photo without compressing the background too much. So I still like to get down on the floor. I know some people will say, just use your screen, but I'm old school like that. All right. Can you kind of kick your feet so that they're like that or something, or cross your legs? So final one we're going to use is the 60-degree. You can see that the holes have gotten significantly wider. So anything beyond 60 degrees is really, you might as well just use the 7-inch reflector by itself. Take a couple shots with this, and we'll switch out to the Fresnel lens. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, and you can see that the circle has gotten very big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually walk up the hill, shoot down, so I can actually see the full circle here. All right, this would be like a BTS shot. 3, 2, 1. And because I'm pretty much overpowering any ambient light, I'm not really seeing the light stand in the shot, which is kind of interesting. 3, 2, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And change up your pose a couple times. And step away from the wall just a little bit. Looking at the light, and give me like a look, not so straight at the light, like you're looking right here at this line. Okay? 3, 2, 1. And give me like a pose like you're about to take off, like you're gonna fly. Okay, can you switch arms and do the other hand back? I need to see your hand sticking out the back. Okay, ready? I'm going to ask you to do it again. Stand back closer to the wall, and then you're going to take a step forward like you're almost jumping. 3, 2, 1, do it. All right, so this is the NG10X hard plastic. It's like ABS plastic with a glass Fresnel element with some metal mesh over the front. It comes with some really cheap filters. I usually use clip-on filters because the ones that it came with are like cellophane instead of the hard reflectors, or gels rather. Now I'm shooting with the Helios 44, it's the M4442, it's 58mm focal length. and I believe I'm shooting around f5.6 on the lens. So they're old lenses, it's hard to really dial it in. I just do it by feel. So I'm trying to get this sunset with the subject in the background. And I am shooting manual focus, so I have to make sure. I want you to look like you're flying in the air. Alright, ready, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, do your legs more higher. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope that learning how to use grid spots will improve your photography technique. And really it's about focusing the light and using the Fresnel. It's the same thing. It just can be used in a little more wide applications without having to swap out the grid spot every time. So if you like this video, click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.